Hey everybody, it's Jen from Monarchy. Today it is just me. We're going to talk about whatever I want to. I wanted to talk about Harry and the whole Sentabale thing because I was hearing that he might be opening a new charity in Africa, which might be like competing for donors. I don't know if that's true. I also want to wait to see how the news shakes out on that one, because it's looking really bad. So I thought today we would not only do something different and a little bit lighter, a little bit more fun. Something else I like to do in my spare time, outside of doing this, is lately I've been buying these kits where you buy everything to make a handbag and then you stitch it together yourself. So like, for example, I just made this for my friend Angela and it's so cute. I love it so much. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So while I may not be a fashionista, I do like a handbag. So today I thought we would talk about all the bags that were either inspired by or were named after Diana, Princess of Wales. Okay, so our first item is going to be a clutch. So I thought we would start a conversation on clutches with a quote from Anya Heinmarch, who used to work with Diana designing clutches back in like 93, early 90s. She says she was a very loyal customer and a lot of fun. She would come and see us with no bodyguards or any fuss. We used to laugh when we designed what she called her cleavage bags, little satin clutches which she would cover her cleavage with when she stepped out of cars. So they're not only good for fashion, they're also good for protecting your modesty. The clutch we're talking about was designed by Salvatore Ferragamo. And this bag is literally just called the Diana clutch. He created it in 1990, literally for Diana, and it said that she had it in multiple colors, which you can see on the internet. There are many pictures. I tried to go on their website to show you what they have available, and this was like a little bit disappointing. They only have 2 different kinds. Your more affordable $2,500 bag, and then your fancy $20,000 bag. From the pictures I showed you on the website, it looked like the cheaper bag is the only one that has a chain shoulder strap, but I just went back online again because I had to check that. I didn't notice it before. And yeah, you can definitely get a chain for that $20,000 clutch. The next bag that we have that was named after Diana, it was because she was seen wearing it, which is what happens most of the time, and it is the brand Todd's. It's a pretty simple tote. You can just shove all your stuff in it and go. Over time, the bags kind of split off into different variations. One of the newer styles, which I think looks like an entirely different bag, but hey, what do I know? It's called the De-Styling Balletto bag. So, I didn't tell you what the name of the bag was, the original bag, because it used to be called the D-bag, which is something I call people who aren't very nice. Luckily, in 2013, I don't know how it took them until 2013, but in 2013, they reissued the bag called the Die bag. And the newer version, the De-Styling Balletto, that one, there are a few pictures you can find online of Catherine wearing it. Now, the next bag we're moving on to is the Chanel Diana bag. This is the first one that I think of, and the first one I think I knew about. It looks very similar to a classic Chanel single flap bag. They usually have like a curved flap on the bottom. I have seen it with more of a straight across flap. I think the difference in design between a regular flap and the Diana bag is they have like this stitched border around the edge of the flap. This bag was created in 1989 and was only sold until 1995. So if you want to find this bag, you'll have to find it on a consignment or a pre-loved website. Although they did briefly resurrect the design in the spring 2015 collection. In 1991, Gucci releases a bag with a bamboo handle. And Diana is seen wearing this thing all over the place. She's even taken it to the gym. She's holding it like all haphazardly, and she's got her keys in her mouth, and the bag's flopping all over the place. Like, this is her everyday bag. She doesn't really care what happens to it. She's seen with it so often, it's kind of just like referred to as the Diana bag, I guess, because it says that it wasn't officially named the Gucci Diana bag until 2021. When it was re-released, they have so many different versions of this thing now. Different colors, different materials, different sizes. Of course, they had to throw on the double G's because everybody loves a label nowadays. They also added this little neon belt to the handle, which I'm not sure I like, but it's a very trendy looking thing. In 2023, they also came out with this shoulder version that closes at the top. To me, this doesn't look like the same bag again. I'm noticing a pattern here of these places putting Diana's name in a bag that she likes and she uses. And then they gotta expand the line later down the road. And I don't know, to me, it looks like a completely different bag. So I don't know how that works. One thing I do like about these Gucci bags though is they come with 2 shoulder straps. So you can have kind of a different look. And I like having bags that cost a lot of money, have more than one way for me to wear them so I can wear them more often. This last bag is also one of the most classic Diana bags. Maybe the most classic? I would say it's more classic than the Chanel one only because it is still being made. And that is the Lady Dior. This is a bag that is, I think, beautiful to look at, but not really my style. Like I want to have one so I can just put it on a shelf and look at it, but I don't want to spend $5,000 to do that. The bag comes out in 1994. It's called the Dior Chou Chou, which means, everybody says it means favorite, but it's like a cute little thing, like darling. You know, like the phrase mon petit chou, my little thing, my cute little thing. So yeah, 1994, it's the Dior Chou Chou. 1985, the First Lady of France gifts one to Diana. Now, Diana loves this bag. She's wearing it all over the place. There's a brief time where they changed the name of this bag to Princesse or Princess, but it's real quick, 1996, that they officially renamed it Lady Dior. As in like, Lady Diana. Get it? Got it? Good. This is one of those classic Dior bags. Like, if you think of a Dior bag and you're thinking of the book bag tote, the saddle bag, the Lady Dior, the Lady Delight, which is like the sister bag to the Lady Dior. And I went on their website to just show off some of the beautiful versions of these bags. And I noticed that they have a page where they show off these Lady Dior bags that have been treated by artists. And they're turned into little art exhibits. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning, beautiful, Picasso. I love it. Now, like I said, there's the Lady Dior and the Lady Delight. So what's the difference? The Lady Delight is the embroidered version. It's fabric instead of leather. One of the nice things about the Lady Delight, because it's embroidered, they can put letters on it and you can have it customized with like your name or your initials, what have you. While I was looking for pictures of Diana holding this bag, I was reminded that 2 other royal women pretty closely related to her have recently carried this bag around. It's been a few times. We have seen Camilla with a Lady Dior bag. Everybody says since her first visit to France as a royal, I think in 2013, she's had good relations with the Dior brand. So maybe they gifted it to her. Maybe she just loves Dior at this point and she really likes that bag. I don't know how to feel about this. The bag is Lady Dior. Like, there's no way she doesn't know that it's named after Diana. Although I wonder if she still just calls it a chou chou. She's like, I'm just gonna hold on to that first name And unfortunately, in 2001, we started seeing Megan carrying a Lady Delight. Because of course she would. Now, I wouldn't really say too much if she just had a Lady Delight. But you can see on the bag she's had it personalized. It says DSSOS, which is an abbreviation for Duchess of Sussex. Personally, I think it's a little trashy. But also, for someone who says they don't care about titles, you seem to slap that thing on every item you own. So that's about it for today. It's a pretty short video, but it was fun, for me at least. Now I'm gonna edit this and upload the video, and then we get back to hand stitching my own bags. I'll show you the one I'm currently working on. Yeah, I did all that. It is obviously going to look like a Birkin, but it's not a Birkin. But I don't care that it's not a real Birkin because I am going to hand stitch this thing myself. So put it down in the comments if you want to see my bag when it's done. Other than that, we will be back next week with a full episode. Next week's episode looks like it's going to be on the peerage and the line of succession, going over how titles work and kind of like the hierarchy of the peerage and the royal family. If you want to make sure you see that episode, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you liked this episode, please give it a like. See you next Tuesday. Goodbye.